Apple's temporarily closed its online store, which can only mean one thing: it's almost time for a product launch. On Tuesday, March 8, Apple is expected to unveil several new devices during its first event of the year. We're looking forward to seeing faster iPads, an upgraded iPhone SE and at least one Mac. All told, Apple's event promises to be an interesting start to the company's annual upgrade cycle, setting a tone for expected phone and computer upgrades later this year. Read more. iOS 15.4. The cool, new features coming to your iPhone. When? Apple's online-only event will be March 8 at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. UK, and March 9 at 5 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Get your coffee ready, Australia. Where? You'll be able to stream Apple's event straight from apple.com. We'll also be following along here at CNET. You can watch in the player at the top of this page, where you can get all the details as well as our expert analysis as the event is happening. Products we expect: iPhone SE 3, new iPads, Macs. Each year Apple unveils a collection of hardware and software upgrades, and 2022 is expected to be no different. Although the next Apple event is set for tomorrow, many of the company's products may not be introduced until later this year. In fact, Bloomberg reported in January that Apple may show off the widest array of new hardware products in its history in the fall. Here's everything we're expecting, or hoping, to get from Apple in 2022. iPhone SE 3. Apple showed off its revamped iPhone SE in the spring of 2020, but last year the petite iPhone was a no-show. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo predicts Apple could be working on two iPhone SE models, one for 2022 and the other for 2023. The 2022 iPhone SE, the 3rd of May, arrive in March with 3 GB of memory, while the 2023 model is expected to sport 4 GB of memory and a bigger display, according to the analyst. The phone is said to feature an LCD display, 5G support, a retro design and Face ID, as well. If you can't wait until later this year for the new iPhone SE, check out CNET's review of the 2020 iPhone SE. And here's how it compares to the rumored iPhone SE 3. Plus, does it still make sense to buy an iPhone SE in 2022? New iPad Pro, iPad Air and entry-level iPad. Apple is planning to update the iPad Pro with a new design and wireless charging support, according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. He speculates Apple could upgrade the iPad Air and entry-level iPad in 2022 as well. The new iPad Air could even arrive at this event, alongside the iPhone SE 3. Faster Mini Mac. In 2020, Apple unveiled its Mac Mini with the M1 chip. But now that the tech giant has taken the wraps off its M1 Pro and M1 Max processors, when will we see a faster Mac Mini? Gurman speculates that a new, more powerful Mac Mini model could be coming in the near future. Versions with Apple's M1 Pro and rumored M2 chips are rumored to debut at this event, or later in May or June. Waiting in the wings. Beyond Apple's March event, we're expecting Apple to announce a series of upgrades this year to its existing product lineup. What various rumors don't appear to agree on is whether Apple will expand into a new product category this year, like its long-rumored head-mounted displays. With that in mind, here's everything else we're watching for. Mid-range Apple Display. Apple may also be working on a more affordable version of its Pro Display Xdr, which was originally released in 2019 for just under $5,000, not including the $1,000 stand. Bloomberg reported in January that a cheaper Apple monitor was in early development. Updated 27-inch iMac, MacBook Air and Mac Pro. Apple previously announced a new iMac powered by the M1 processor, but it was only the smaller 24-inch model. Bloomberg has reported that Apple is working on processor updates for the 27-inch iMac. The Mac Pro and MacBook Air could also be due for an upgrade. The 2020 MacBook Air was the first to sport Apple's M1 chip. Now it's rumored the MacBook Air could get a redesign and the new rumored M2 chip this year. iPhone 14. Apple released its iPhone 13 lineup last September, and the smartphone successor, the iPhone 14, is likely to make an appearance in the fall. The iPhone 14 is rumored to finally ditch the notched display, and could house under-display Touch ID. Here are all the iPhone 14 rumors we've heard so far. Apple Watch Series 8. Apple has announced a new version of its popular Apple Watch every year since the launch of the original in 2014. Gurman predicts Apple could unwrap 3 new Apple Watch models in 2022 with a new Apple Watch SE, an updated standard version, possibly called the Apple Watch Series 8, and a more durable model for extreme sports athletes, and people who want to look like extreme sports athletes. AirPods Pro 2. Apple could also be working on an updated version of the AirPods Pro. The first iteration of the higher-end earbuds debuted in 2019. and Kuo predicts the AirPods Pro 2 will launch in the fourth quarter of 2022 with a new design and chip. New devices. Apple AR, VR headset and more. We may see some other brand new devices from Apple. If not this year, then sometime in the future. This includes a possible Apple competitor to the Amazon Echo Show that would fuse an entry-level iPad with a speaker, a soundbar equipped with built-in Apple TV similar to Roku's soundbar, an Apple augmented or virtual reality headset, Apple glasses and an Apple car. If you're looking for more about the latest Apple-related rumors, check out CNET's roundups of rumors about the iPhone 14, iPhone SE 3, Apple Watch 8, Mac Pro, MacBook Pro, iMac and upcoming iPads.